Okay, part 3. This person in the past thought that more options was better, was a sign that you were abundant and doing well. But they have realized that it's quality over quantity. And now they have invested in themselves and they're looking for and want someone and one person only to invest in. They've had some kind of sudden awareness and they've made a decision to cut off something that was holding them back. For some, it's just a mindset of having this like quantity over quality, so that also ties into having a lack mindset, like feeling like you need to have so many options at any given time, which can include partners or anything in your life, right? And that kind of will trickle into like materialism, like feeling like you need to have the best of everything and name brand and blah blah blah. They're maturing though. That's a very naive, immature way of thinking, because at the end of the day, when we leave here, we don't take any material things with us. You know what I mean? Material things don't matter. Sure, yes, dress good, look good, get things that make you feel good, for absolute sure. But there's just the illusion of programming here where you have to have name brand things. You should have, the false programming of men having a roster gives them power in some way, which is an illusion. It's just an illusion, right? And they're breaking free from this illusion. And they're wanting to invest in their future. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles. Ooh. There was some kind of lesson that this masculine learned. There was some lesson that this masculine learned that was like a catalyst to their awakening, their ego death, them realizing what is truly important in life. There's something that happened in their life to break this illusion, to break the illusion of the quality over quantity, quantity over quality. They were in quantity over quality, and now it has shifted. It's shifted. Okay, let's get a couple of these. Yeah, they could have had somewhat of a roster, because I mentioned a roster. But we all go through our trials and tribulations. It's how you take accountability and come out of it is what matters. Not everyone does, but some do. Because if you're watching this, I'm sure you are on a healing journey. Obviously, if you're, watching readings, you're wanting to learn. And this person's wanting to learn. Driven comes out. They're driven to learn. They're driven to create the life that they actually want, which they want a happy, infinity, abundance, karma. 888 could be relevant. There's a lot of abundance and good karma coming towards this collective because you've learned a lot. There's a lot of past pain. There's a lot of hurt, but it's, you're turning your pain into power. Both of you are turning your pain into power. Maybe you're speaking about it online, maybe however it is, it's just evolved your soul in such a beautiful way because you take lessons as teachers, right? You take people that do you dirty or whatever the case is, you take it as a teacher and you look at it. And even if someone does you extremely dirty, I'm seeing that you will be like, okay, that person was in the wrong and did treat me bad and they needed to be cut off. But how could I have maybe handled the situation a little better on my part for myself, right? Which is important. That's a deep, deep introspection, which not a lot of people have. That is very rare for people to think in that manner. Thinking how, okay, you understand and you understand both sides of the story here. But how could you just show up a little bit better? And sometimes you say it and you do everything how you're supposed to, but there's always room for change. And I feel like that's a big lesson here for both of you that you've learned is there's always room for change. There's always room for constructive criticism from your spirit team, from yourself, from others. And you're able to, and they're able to actually be like, okay, and like think of it rather than getting defensive about it, right? Yeah, soul family's at the bottom. Again, something that was holding and setting them back. What I said in part 1 and 2. There was something holding them back. That was a blockage that they freed themselves from. Man on the moon, and the moon was out. It's which the moon is about illusions. It can be about secrets. Also about intuition, though. It's like switching their, and I feel like you're mirroring them in this aspect too. It's like switching your mindset to kind of like extremely high expectations or just an illusion-based mindset to a more realistic, intuitive mindset where you just take things as you come and you just trust. You're trusting rather than trying to, I don't know, set these like high expectations is the best way. 555. But also hidden, secret. And I just said secret. I'm going to go into another part. Again, if you would like a personal, go to my page, LANK. And this is my only backup, and I have more content on here. Love you, bye.